Hey everyone, this is Shadow of 246 coming out of the shadows to talk about the 3 Beyblades I posted on my TikTok account. If you have not seen my TikTok account, I will leave the link to it in the description below. Starting off, I'm going to start talking about what I'm going to do after I finish showing off all the Beyblades I have made so far, since I'm getting really close to the end. I'm going to show off all the different parts I've created for each Beyblade individually, both on my TikTok account and on YouTube. More in depth on YouTube than on TikTok, but that's how it's gonna be after I finish all the after all the TikTok and YouTube videos on all my Beyblades. Now, I'm waiting on commissions, both from my TikTok account and from YouTube. I have not come across any comments or suggestions other than Nico from TikTok. That is all I've had, and I truly hope to get more commissions. So please, if you want a Beyblade made by me, leave it down in the description below or go over to my TikTok account and comment there. Be specific. If you want a Beyblade that already existed recreated, like Nico's Beyblade, please name the Beyblade. Just the name. You don't have to say which gen, just the name. And then give your favorite color and whether you want it to be more attack or defense. Based upon what Beyblade you choose, you can decide whether you want it to be more attack or more defense or more stamina. Again, all commissions I create are completely free. You do not have to pay a single cent on my commission. I'm doing it for free because I find it fun. And if you want the design and blueprints to the Beyblade, I will simply give them to you. They'll be images, but you cannot take credit for making the Beyblade because I created it. Please do not steal any of my designs or any of the designs I create for other people. These are designed specifically for my version of Beyblade and my version alone. These are not compatible with the GT generation at all. These are not at all compatible with GT. If you try and do these with GT, I will guarantee you it's impossible. And if you manage to do it somehow, holy crap. But you still are stealing an idea. Anyways, I've talked enough on all that. Time to talk about the 3 Beyblades. First one up is the Harpy Beyblade that I showed on my TikTok account. This is probably my favorite because it's the most unique and the most heartfelt made Beyblade, because this is one that I decided to add Japanese signs, Japanese words on it. So starting off with the facebolt, the Japanese symbol for sign is what that is. Let me zoom into it so people can see it more promptly. Please, if you do not know this already, go search up the Japanese symbol for love, and that's what that symbol is. The design aspect for this Beyblade is to represent a harpy ensnaring and then striking another Beyblade. It's like a harpy. It's designed off of it. Note, it is not designed off the lore of a harpy. So, do not take me at face value. This is more along lines of based on a siren slash harpy. So it has siren abilities that correspond to a siren. But it is a harpy instead of a siren. And if you don't know what a siren is, look up the mythical siren. It is basically a mermaid, but not a mermaid. There is a very big difference between a mermaid and a siren. Be sure you pay attention to which one's which. But starting off, the face bolt has the symbol for love. The attack ring has the symbol for wind. It's supposed to be shaped like airplane wings, but also like the wings of an eagle diving, doing a dive bomb. How they tuck in their wings, they get momentum. That's what the design is based on. And next, we have this one. This one is the symbol for flower. And I wanted to be flower because I always thought of seeing the beautiful colors of a harpy's wings as sort of like flower petals. Just beautiful colors designed like that. This spin track is called Hyper Wing. There'll be more hypers along the way as we go through every Beyblade I have, but this one is called Hyper Wing, and it has the symbol for flower. So, to talk about the basic idea for this one, so let me zoom out so I can rotate. So as it rotates one time, its feathers start going alongside the wing, making it more funneled attack. Again, this is based on the idea that it's a dive bomb attack. So when it's in this position versus this position is just, it's balanced. It's perfectly balanced and it's flying around the stadium. But the second you rotate it, after it gets a single click on it, it goes into a dive bomb attack. So it gets more of that attack type vibe. And then when you click it again, it goes into a full dive strike where it's hard to hit this little ledge, but if you do, it'll click one more time and then it will burst after that because so it has one more click and then after that happens, if you hit it again, it bursts. But this is supposed to be the most attack pattern because all the weight is lifted to one side. Because of the face bolt design, all the weight hangs on this this spot right here. So when that happens, all the weight is shifted to this side. So the attack strength on one side of the Beyblade when it's spinning is much higher than the other side. So one side will be tilted downward while the other side is lifted up. This is where the performance driver kicks into effect. This is what the performance driver looks like. It's a stamina-based tip, but this little free spinning wheel, when it gets into that tipping motion, keeps it at a steady tilt to not only give it more of an attack strike, but if it hits that spinning or free spinning wheel hard enough, it'll bounce up into the air and strike from above. But um, since this is designed off of a reverse strike Beyblade, because that's what mine are, and you have to hit the spin track, jumping up is not a good idea for this Beyblade. That is why I created this type of tip. It is both good on attack, but also bad on defense. It's designed to, when it's tilted downward, if another Beyblade comes in to try and attack the Beyblade head on, that wheel will pop it up, and hopefully when it pops up, it pushes upward on the spin track and bursts it right away. So it's when it's in this state, it's an insta burst on almost any Beyblade, no matter how round the spin track is. But the downside is if it misses and it jumps up and lands on the Beyblade that it's trying to attack, it bursts itself automatically. Since it's only one click away from bursting, it bursts. So yeah, it's an up and down scenario. It's a very dangerous tip, and it's a very dangerous combo. But I have to say, it is probably my most favorite, and it is the only Beyblade that I am going to probably make myself one day. Simply because I designed it to be a harpy, but also because it has the Japanese symbols for love, wind, and flower. So yeah, that is the majority of what that Beyblade is. On to the next one. Alright, in this jump cut, you noticed how the harpy was small, and this one is big. This is supposed to be a really heavy duty defense type Beyblade. This is not an attack type. This is a defense type Beyblade. This is designed to take an enormous amount of beating and still keep spinning. It's not a stamina type, it's a defense. Well, I guess you could add a stamina type tip to make it more stamina, but it's basically a defense type Beyblade. The design aspect on this is that these wings right here, let me pull them out. So as you can see, there's an outline, a shadow outline of what it does of this. This is the pivot point for this thing, so it levers on this. This is supposed to be a burst stopper. So just like Chozy Spriggan and Chozy Valkyrie both had burst stoppers, this one has two sets. As you can see, it has two sets. So when those get clicked inward, let me pause real quick. So there, now that it's clicked in, when both blades are clicked in, it goes into this more defense type striking pattern. Notice this is a dual spin. It can go left or right. But if you can see here, when it spins to the left, it has these little jagged parts right here. These are designed to slow the spin, to like really destroy the spin of the other Beyblade. This right here is made out of rubber. So it's both supposed to take absorb in all of the speed from the other Beyblade, but it's also supposed to tear away at the stamina of the other Beyblade. So, when going into the click formation, let me click it just once. So when it clicks, notice how the blades change. Now it's a four-sided striking pattern instead of a two-sided striking pattern. This is designed to have more of an attack. More. It goes from a sort of attack defense to pure defense. It's designed to equalize all the weight and make sure it has a high guard. I have to zoom out to rotate it again. Here's the concept I'll be showing later after I finish off this Beyblade. After showing off this Beyblade, I have to zoom out to click it again. Let me zoom back in. So when it clicks one more time, this is designed to be almost unburstable when it's in this position. This only has 3 clicks and then a burst. So if you can burst it here, if you can click it here, it's bursted. This is designed to be the hardest Beyblade to beat if anyone actually made a animated series with these Beyblades. This would probably be the one to try and beat. This would be the hardest one to defeat. Just like how though Volt Oi was almost completely undefeatable until eventually Iger Akabane came around. It's supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be the undisputable winner of every battle. Until that one Beyblade that comes along and just wins by sheer luck. The Dark Horse, as they call it. So yeah, this is basically the hardest Beyblade to beat. This is also the most elegant, I would have to say, I have built. If people have other ideas, it's on them. It's a really cool idea. This is very vaguely familiar if you pay attention to the shapes I have used. If you pay attention to the design of this Beyblade, you might recognize it. So, time to show you the burst lock mechanism I have in place. So let me just quickly. So these black outlines outline what it's supposed to be like when it's open like this. So when it's like this, it's supposed to prevent burst locking on one when it spins to the right. Not when it spins to the left, when it spins to the right. Since the striking pattern when it goes to the right is much more open, this point makes it much easier to burst. That's where the burst stopper exists. With the left spinning, it's not meant to stop it from bursting, it's meant to just be there. So that is that. Hold on real quick. Alright, I saw something that wasn't supposed to be there. Took it away. Just fine. So when you push in these blades, the burst stopper goes away and it's able to spin around freely in the right spin when it's spinning to the when it spins to the right. When it spins to the left, it is, this burst stopper has no use. It is just merely there. So, yeah, that is, what that is. This is called, Star Blades. You could combine this, alongside the, blade attack ring. Let's just say the spin track is bigger than the attack ring. But, this is called Starblade. Um, I have not come across a really good name for this. I might end up calling it Obsidian Knight. If you guys like that, or, the Dark Knight, let me know. So it's pretty much up on either, Obsidian Knight or Dark Knight. Or if you have a better name, please leave it down in the comments down below. But, yeah, on to the next Beyblade. Okay, here's the Wolf Beyblade I showed before. This is legitimately probably the most unique. I don't know. This was designed off of multiple different outtakes of other designs. So note, though I take inspiration from other people's artwork, I do not use them exclusively. I will take them and I will customize them and change the shape. So what you see here may be similar to another person's Beyblade, but it's also redesigned in my own idea. So yes, I take inspiration, but no, I do not steal their art. I take a single part of someone else's Beyblade and I modify it to make it look nicer. That's what I did with Nico's Beyblade. I took the design aspects of 3 Spriggans and then I customized the shape and then put them all together to make a Beyblade. So that's what I did with this. I took inspiration from other people's artwork and modified and changed almost completely. So if you notice one of your pieces in here, cool. But also know that I tried my best to make sure it's not completely your design. I tried my best to take away what I saw and make my own idea on it. So, starting out, this is completely custom. I made this completely custom. It was not easy getting this curve effect with that scar. In no means was that easy. The teeth were a pain in the neck. I mean, you have to be really up close to pay attention to the lining. This is a 5-pointed weight system. So yeah, here is the spin track. As you can see, it is very different on one side and the other side. One side is smooth, the other side is jagged. This is supposed to represent the flower petal, the petals of the flower, and then the thorns that go along the stem of a flower. This is supposed to represent a undead wolf. It's supposed to represent a flower undead wolf. This is supposed to be like the spinal column of the wolf's back. And then this is supposed to represent the paws, like the paws of the wolf. I was gonna call it striking paw. So when I go and place this like this, these spike parts pretty much are hidden away. And the smooth parts are hidden away as well. So it's kind of hard to um, click this one. Um, when you do, click it, it clicks once. It's still sort of hidden. This right here allows, if you hit this spot, it'll click again. So yeah, it gets into this position where you can click it again. It'll slowly start showing its thorns. Once it gets into this stage, you might as well notice that it'll start clicking faster, but it also absorbs more of the attack power because these are meant to be flexible rubber. So it's not stiff rubber. It's not meant to absorb the speed of the other Beyblade, though it might. It's supposed to be more of a flexible rubber that flexes. Except for this, these spike parts right here are all metal, so it is also off balance quite a bit. But it is all these silver parts right here are all metal except for these white these pink flower petals that I have are solid plastic, and these purple parts are rubber. So when you go to strike them, it's designed to take the hit and absorb it, as well as um, it's basically just designed to nibble away, take away from your spin power. As you can notice, quite a few of these are designed to destroy stamina type bays. Again, with the reverse strike concept, stamina stamina type Beyblades are extraordinarily hard to come by and have a hard time even competing because most of the concepts are designed to get rid of stamina completely. So, so yeah, when it does that, it does a when it does a full 180 like this, and all these spikes are like this, just one more tap and it actually right here is where um no, I had it right. I feel this is better. So when all the thorns are out, if you click it one more time, it bursts. So yeah, notice how all the petals look beautiful. How the pink goes with the pink spinal column, and how this looks really dark on one side. Um, so when I go like this, it smooths out. It's really hard to hit, and so on and so forth. This Beyblade, I do not have a name for it. Um, any suggestions down below? This is designed off of a hollow undead um Halloween aspect, but it's a undead wolf flower. It's really hard to explain, but that's pretty much the concept on that. Anyways, um, thank you all for enjoying. If you guys have any suggestions for a remake of a Beyblade or your own idea for a Beyblade, please leave suggestions down below. I cannot make these all up on the fly because, well, let's just say my inspiration comes from a spur of the moment thing. It randomly pops into my head. I can't make these on the spot. I can't do that. So I need inspiration from you and from others. So if you have any ideas or uh, want to see something remade in the Reverse Strike Beyblade design, please leave a comment down below in the YouTube comments or go over to my TikTok and comment there. Anyways, this is probably my third to last Beyblade video for YouTube. No, this is the second to last because um I only have 2 more Beyblades to show off. Three more Beyblades. Sorry. Anyways, thank you all for enjoying and leaving you all in the shadows. Bye!